Hello guys, it's me again, and welcome back to another one of my reviews, and you're probably wondering why I'm doing this in the dark. Well, if you don't see the crowd, behind me, which you probably know that you can't already see it, you probably know why I'm here for, even though I'm not of age. I'm just here because my parents are here. And besides, our country's current crisis, why don't we just talk about a film that I saw recently today? And of course, that film is Doctor Strange. No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna go see Doctor Strange. I really want to go see it, but I don't know if I'm going to. At least this weekend. But I actually went to go see Trolls. Now, before I get into the whole history I have, why don't we just go over the plot? So pretty much it's about, these trolls who live in harmony. They sing, they dance, and they hug. That's pretty much their livelihood. And pretty much these goblin things called what are they called? The Bergens, I think they're called, the Bergens, and they pretty much have to eat these trolls in order to be happy. So, one of them goes and captures a few of them, and it's up to two unlikely people working together to go save them. And that's pretty much the plot. That's pretty much what happens. And, well, like everybody, when they saw that first teaser trailer, that really horrible teaser trailer, everybody was judging this movie saying how it was going to be bad. And you know what? I was right there with them. Even though, I shouldn't do that, but marketing is really important when you're advertising anything. And the way they marketed it was not all that good. I'm going to say right now, it was not all that good. Putting pop songs in there and pretty much, trying to be somewhat hip, it was not good. So, I pretty much had no expectations going into this movie whatsoever. And I was going to write this off. And then I heard about some of the good reviews that it's been getting. So okay, I'll go in with a little bit of enthusiasm than I did before. But I thought it was going to be like Storks, and I will not be reviewing that. You'll hear my thoughts at the when I give the best and worst of 2016 animated films. You'll hear my thoughts then. But there's a reason why I didn't review that. I thought it was going to be like Storks, where I was going to get super hyped on, the word of mouth and then be kind of disappointed at the end. And I walked in and I saw the movie, and to be completely honest, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. I'll just get this out of the way right now because everybody has been praising this movie for at least one thing about it, the animation. And I don't really give credit to animation in animated films because that is one of the key focuses you have to make in animated movies, the animation to be astounding. And for DreamWorks to come and pull this off, this is really extraordinary. It's not the typical DreamWorks animation that you see. It has a kind of color felt type of scrapbook type style to it. Like everything that you see is made out of like this type of felt or yarn or anything like that. And the way that it's integrated into the environment, into the world, into the character designs, it's really, really great. It's really imaginative, and it's very colorful. I can understand some people not getting into this movie because of the amount of color, but oh my god, that just made it look more and more beautiful. It made it look like a world where it was a true fantasy world. It was a true fantasy world made by a little kid, and it was something to see because everybody, like all the kids, were just glued onto it like it was candy, and it was so beautiful, it was so good. And it's just the fact that, they gave these trolls, these designs as well that are so like colorful and cute and very marketable. But I mean, I can talk forever about how they integrated this animation, how DreamWorks is actually doing like some good with this animation, to be honest, because I haven't seen something like this original styled from DreamWorks in a very, very long time. But I was probably like, okay, the animation is good, but am I going to remember this for anything else other than that? And I'm going to remember for the characters. Am I going to remember it for the story? Am I going to remember because it's a jukebox musical? Yeah, this is going to be another one of those, isn't it? So, I mean, I've seen jukebox musicals. I've seen Happy Feet. I've seen Strange Magic, which was not a good movie whatsoever. And I don't know if Romeo and Juliet counts. I mean, because I think it has original songs. I think, but still, I've seen like jukebox musicals, and they can work. I've seen them work before, and not just in animation, but in live action too. I've seen it work. So I went into this thinking, okay, you're gonna cram in every single pop song just like you did with the Whip and the Nay Nay in the first trailer, and it's gonna be painful. No, it's actually not. And it depends on what type of person you are, what kind of music you listen to. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of pop music. I mean, I'm more of someone who's into like orchestrations. I'm more of somebody who's into like just the simple, like more simple instruments, and I'm into all types of music, but pop is kind of like it's kind of a little bit iffy for me when it comes to that. But the cover songs in here, what they do with them, and it's not just one song that they're singing, but it's multiple songs with multiple lyrics put into them, and these talented singers that come to sing this as well, and it's really really good. I mean, they're integrated into the plot like pretty much almost every single 10 minutes. Like, it's a song. It's always a song. And you're either going to like it or not. And with it being like a very fast-paced movie, it's going to come up every so often. But whenever it comes up, it's always a visual eye candy to look at, because the animation is just so vibrant and it's so full of life, literally. I mean, if there is one thing, I think it's what's this song called? I forget. Like, Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. They do a cover of that song, and then you see all these plants and rocks that are moving in the background. They have eyes. They're actual living things, and they're singing along to the song. That's what kind of world it is. That's what kind of things happen when anything like literally sings whenever in a drop of a hat. And it and it was just one of those things where I liked how like the songs were kind of integrated. It's like, okay, this is what type of movie it's going to be. You're either going to take it or you're going to leave it. And for what they had to do, I didn't think it was that bad. Now, where the thing not falls apart for me, but kind of like iffies a little bit on me, is that it is a fast-paced movie. It's so fast-paced in the first act, and so slow-paced in the first act, and to the fact that this could have been a little bit of shorter movie. Like, if they would have done it down to like about an hour movie, which I don't know if ever existed ever, it would be perfect. But it kind of a little bit drags a little bit because it's so fast paced in the first act. Then the second act, it just kind of drags a little bit. And there are some scenes where I was like, oh god, really? Did you really just say that line? Okay, but the songs actually made me more laugh than they did made me cringe. So that's one thing. Um, but there is also the simplicity of the story and how it probably was not made for a full feature-length movie, and also the simplicity with the characters are just they're just kind of a little bit like they have their clever moments, like Poppy and Branch working together. I thought there was some clever moments with their dialogue as well, but they're still the very cheerful character and the really grumpy character working together. It's still the same formula, and I wish there would have been a little bit more wit into their dialogue. Um, but other than some of the character cliches that you'll see in this movie, and also to the fact that the story is very very simplistic and could have fit a shorter movie, I really do think this is one of the more entertaining films that I've seen this year. It's more entertaining than, for me, it's more entertaining than Storks, The Secret Life of Pets. It was even more entertaining to me than Finding Dory was. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Those are really average movies for me. And this is average as well, but it's just, I haven't seen something like this work in a really, really long time. And to be honest, if this movie is very successful, which I don't know if it's gonna be. I mean, Doctor Strange is out this theaters, and I think it's gonna suffer for that. It's really, really gonna suffer for that, and because of the marketing as well. They did not market this movie very well, so I'm really worried that this is going to be another DreamWorks bomb. But if it's a huge hit because of the merchandising and stuff like that, hey, I mean, it would be, it would be a hit. And honestly, I think that this might be the new, if for me, this is the actual new Happy Feet that that I wanted to see for a while, and they actually made it work. So I don't know. I mean, I can say right now that I really, really, I don't know if I really, really like this movie. I know I can't say that, but I did have a new founding for it than when I walked in, and it actually made me happy. That's the one thing that I kind of liked from the other movies. They kind of made me sit there and go, I have to see another one of these again. But no, this actually made me happy. Even though it is average, it still made me happy with the extra things that they put into it, which DreamWorks probably shouldn't have, but they did anyway because they didn't want to sit there groaning our brains off. So, I mean, when I'm gonna rate this, I'm probably going to rate it about a what should I rate it? I think I'm going to rate this about, because it does have its shortcomings on the story and the characters, but the visuals and the songs in it, and how it's one of those movies, the fast-paced movies that actually kind of works to its advantage, I'm going to have to give this about 7.5. I'm going to give it about 7.5 because I don't know, any higher would be kind of a little bit like overrating this, any lower would be underrating this. 7.5. I'm going to give it a 7.5. And hopefully, if you guys see any reviews that, like, go and say this is actually a movie that surprised this year, like, this is my surprise. I'm hoping that Sing from Illumination would be the same way. I don't know, maybe I don't know whether Sing is going to top this, but hopefully it will, or if it won't, then this is the best surprise that I could get all year. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm insanely happy. So thank you guys for watching my review for this week, and I don't know if I'm gonna go see the other movie. Hopefully I will, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, guys. And as always, JC Animation Critic out. See you guys later. Take care.